If you're a coach or consultant, you need a solid promise to attract and close sales. And we're going to talk about that today. Welcome to our Tuesday Live. I'm Debbie White. I'm a marketing expert, and I help experts, coaches, and consultants like you become a go-to multi-six-figure brand. So, hi, everybody. I love hearing from you guys. I love it when you guys make noise in the chat, so please do that in the comments. And I'm so used to saying chat. I want to get a feel for where everyone is right now. If you're here because you're craving to transform your offer into what I say a hell yes for your clients, and you're not just sparking interest, but actually sparking action, right? There's one thing we're like, that's interesting. We're going to talk about that today versus I want it right now. If that is you, say right now in the comments. Say right now. I just want to get a vibe on where you guys are doing. And I'm trying to see, are we live? You know, this is always a thing. You just roll and you just cross your fingers and hope you are. It says we are, so that's what I'm going to go with. So let me switch this out for you guys really quick. Okay, well, let's get into it right now. And if you're in my Facebook group, that's where the real party happens all the time. And Ann Clark is supporting us today. A little shout out to Ann because she's amazing. She's one of our associate coaches in our programs. She's amazing with accountability and all kinds of magic. So thank you, Ann. So if you feel like maybe you're not getting as many sales as you like, I'm looking at the calendar. I can hardly believe it. It's March, middle of March, and we're closing down on Q1. Hard to believe. And if you're like me, you're looking at your Q1, your Q2, your year, and you're saying, okay, maybe I'm not getting the sales I'd love to get. You know, there's always a way to get higher sales, and we're going to talk about that today. So again, if you're a service provider, a critical component of a hell yes offer is a strong promise. And what do I mean by that? So this is what will your ideal client actually gain by working with you? This is actually important. This is an important part of your overall marketing, of how you talk about your offer. It's actually what they're buying. This is why it's so important. They're buying the promise, you guys. They're not buying your process. They're not buying even how excited you are about it, which is important. I think you should be excited about the work you do. They're not buying the, inner workings of your technique or some deep dive mumbo jumbo that they don't understand. I know we experts love to go there. It's fun for us. That's not what they're buying. They're buying based on this one simple question. Does anyone know what it is? They're buying based on this question. What's in it for me? Everything is about that. I mean, everything I teach is about what's in it for me. Your perfect client. The client you love working with, the client that gets the most out of your work together. Who is that person and what's in it for them? So let's look at that. This is the question they ask, whether they realize it or not. This is what their subconscious is even asking these questions, guys. How will my life transform by working with you? That's what they're asking. And this is where your promise comes in. So it's also one of the places that I see huge gaps. When I look at people's content, when I ask them about their offer, I can pick up on these things. It's very simple. Look at a sales page, all of it. This is so critical and it's fixable. That's what's really cool. That's why I love this work. It's so fun because it gets massive results. So when I see a gap, this is what it feels like to your prospect, okay? I'm going to be your prospect right now. They're like, this is nice. This is nice. Yeah. Okay, guys, what was wrong with that? Okay, this is nice, but maybe it's not a must-have for me right now. You ever heard that? Yeah, but not right now. Now's not a good time. Okay, that's the kiss of death. They're not buying nice to have, especially now. Maybe they were during the pandemic. We saw a big bubble come out. That bubble's been bursted. They're not buying nice to have. They buy, this is exactly what I want. I'm a hell yes. They buy that. So this is why you hear me talk so much about messaging clarity because it impacts everything. Everything. Messaging clarity is so important for your overall brand messaging. It defines your marketing content, your offer, and it closes your sales. All of that. That's why it's so important. That's why you hear me talking about this so much. Your offer will determine your success. And your messaging clarity will determine the success of your offer. See how that's related? Messaging clarity, success. See how it's all tied? So your offer is really how you communicate the promise. What are they actually getting? So have you ever stopped and asked yourself, what truly sets my service apart in the hearts and minds of my clients? This is so important. These are the kind of questions I love asking because you do have something that sets yourself apart. Do you know what it is? Can you articulate it? Is it baked into your messaging? Is it baked into your offer? It needs to be. Okay, so I want you to think about that because understanding your unique edge, what I call your X factor, is a step to crafting an irresistible promise, which makes your offer like a hell yes. That's what we want. We want everyone saying, heck yeah, hell yes, whatever they say, however they say it, whether they cuss or not. It's the energy behind it to what you have to offer because you do something so unique, so amazing, unlike anyone else. And that's where the marketing comes in. This is about marketing and positioning. It's all based on messaging clarity. So back to offers and sales. It's still a part of messaging clarity. So if you know exactly what your audience wants and how you deliver this in a way that's unique and perfectly tailored to what they want, that's how you create a solid hell yes offer promise. And that's whether it's one-on-one, working privately with an individual or a group or a corporation, or it's a group program coaching promise. It's the same thing. So I'm going to give you an example of 2 offer promises, just so you can kind of get a feel. One is what I would consider weak. One is a strong offer. Let's see if you can figure them out. I think you can. So the first one is this. Become a known brand with my unique framework. It's pretty good. It's like, that'd be nice. Wouldn't that be nice? Does anyone want that? Say one if you're like, yeah, that's nice. Is it a hell yeah? I don't know. Is it? Maybe. Okay, let's listen to the second one, and then we'll evaluate these. Okay, the second one. Generate an extra $30K in 12 weeks by becoming a known brand. Did you guys prefer offer 2? I am so curious. Which offer, 1 or 2, did you prefer? What sounds like a hell yes? Okay, so I'm going to say number 2, and here's why. So the second promise, which is actually our promise for our high voltage accelerator, our 12-week accelerator, it's specific. Notice how it has key metrics in it. Because we're a business, we can have key metrics. Some of you coach individuals and it's not a business, you can still have very specific results in there. Don't be fooled by that. Okay? But it's the first one, the second promise, like I said, is actually the promise for our program. I'll repeat it again. The second one is generate an extra $30K in 12 weeks by becoming a known brand. All right. The first one, become a known brand with my unique framework. I feel like I've heard that one before, y'all. I'm in the business. I notice more, but I can tell you that's probably selling the whole category, but maybe not my specific framework. There's not enough meat there for me to go, that sounds nice. The second one is like, oh, then now I could use that right now. Like I need that. For our people that are ideal clients, like that resonates with our people. So again, we want to move from the that's nice category, because that's the not buying category, into the hell yes category. And to move people into that hell yes, what's the biggest thing that your ideal audience, your ideal person that you love working with, what do they desire the most? You have to know that. And it gets to be that simple. We need to really hone in on what specifically do they want and where do we align with what we deliver that matches their need. This is the messaging. Messaging, like I said, it gets to be so simple. If your offer promise is that simple and what your offer accomplishes is simple and it's to the point of what they want, so is your content. It all builds to that. Everything becomes simple and repeatable. And yes, you get to show yourself, and we have ways of doing this where you're very human. We want you to be a human brand. People buy from people. They don't really buy from businesses. So what kind of specialty can you promise that they desire? So our clients want clear messaging. They want to become known. They want growth. So making an extra 30K plus in 12 weeks by becoming a preferred brand is something they desire. So that's very specific. So I want you to see the difference there. So think about this for yourself. I'll give you guys a little activity to do, a little homework. Think about the last time you made a significant investment in your business. You guys think of one? Is any of you guys, like, who here's made one? Like, if you've been in business for a while, I hope you have. It's really important to invest in your business. So if you've made that significant investment in your business, just write down investment. Like, okay, we're there, we're on the same page. What was the promise that convinced you to take that leap? What made you take that leap to make that investment? Was it the clarity of the outcome? Was it a specific transformation offered? Like, what was the thing? Now, I get energy plays a part in this because, I mean, we can't deny that, right? But when we're so clear on what we provide in a unique way and we're able to talk about it, share it, have all of our content be simple and aligned to that, something happens to your energy. It's a confident energy. It's a knowing energy. It's a nice, smooth sailing energy that's very attractive. You're able to talk about what you do in a way that you know is landing. I literally have had people say to me, and you need to be always in touch with your audience, you know, what brought you into this program? And I had one person say, everything you said felt like it landed like a bullseye target to what I wanted. And it was like, okay, that means we're doing our job right. That's our jobs as business owners, is learning how to have your messaging land like your ideal person thinks, did she just like read my mind last night? This is so crazy. She knows exactly what I'm looking for. You can do this. And it's really about just maintaining that clarity and building toward you becoming that preferred brand. That is how we help people have amazing growth in a very short period of time. And, but listening to and reflecting on how you're making investments and how you're making decisions, you can also use that information to how you craft your own promise and really get into your audience's shoes. This is one thing that I will tell you, I've spent over 3 decades in the creative advertising space before I became a coach and helping other businesses with their marketing. And over the last 3+ decades, it's been a hot minute, it's like that term, it's a sixth sense for me to step into an audience's shoes, depending on what is being promoted. Like, you have to get into the shoes of your audience. So this comes very natural to me. I've been doing it for so long, but you can do this too. You can get in the shoes of your audience and really realize everything you do, from your content to your offer to your promise, is for them. It's all for them. There's all a strategic underlying that's very straight and clear and focused. So if you're a coach, if you're a consultant, and you're thinking, I really want to get more clarity on your offer, on your promise, on your overall marketing content, write clarity. This one's important. Write clarity in the comments because we have something for you. We have some resources that I would love to share with you. If you're looking for more than resources, you love the resources, it's all eye candy to me, but I am ready to go. We are pre-enrolling right now for our next high voltage accelerator. That's the one I talked about. Making an extra 30K in 12 weeks with a complete framework that we use ourselves to hit 100K months, that our clients use to also hit 100K months, 30K months, 17,000 weeks, 10x their growth. All these incredible growth statistics happen because we're really streamlining and leveraging how you are such an expert at what you do in a way that lands like a target for your ideal clients. So if that's you, just say clarity in the comments. Even if you're like, I'm not ready now, I just want some free goodies. I do have some things, depending on where you're at in your business, that we can share with you. We'll reach out to you in Messenger, and we have all kinds of great stuff. So that's the live for this week. I'm so glad you guys are with me. I appreciate you being here. Even if you're in replay, drop the comments. We love it. I should have said that at the top of the hour by now. Like, it's still not too late. Let us know. Clarity if you want more info. And I will see you next Tuesday, 11 a.m. Central Daylight Savings, because that's what we're on now. I hope the time shift has been smooth for you guys. It's always a little bumpy the first week. And anyway, thanks for joining me. I will see all of you again next week. Bye, everybody.